drillers, it's your geezer Big Donny Cow here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my Demonology raid build for Dragonflight Season 3. Woo! So right off the bat, here's our talents. I'm going to be copying and pasting the import code into the description below so you can get it easily, but you'll notice there's a couple nodes behind my camera which I will talk about. It's frequent donor and fell synergy. Frequent donor is a must-have node. Just always take it. Fell synergy, that can go about. There's a few places you can put it. Usually it'd be either profane bargain or fell synergy. Good. I think there was another place, but I'm being forgetful. At least I know in AoE you run Shadow Fury. Sometimes on Farak or something. If your group's really starved for stuns, but you shouldn't really have to. But yeah, class talents is still pretty much the same sort of stuff. If you want a separate description on class talents, I'm more than happy to do that. Just put in the comments below for me, would you? Cheers. Right. Spec talents. Traditional, always wanting our Dreadstalkers, Demon Bolts, and all that juicy stuff. We've got Soul Strike. It's a passive ability. I'd advise having this on your bars so you can easily track it. I mean, unless you've got your fancy recores, which a lot of you do. But keep an eye on this, because every 10 seconds, not only does he do damage, it gives you soul shards. You sacrifice 2 imps for Demon Cores with Power Siphon, Demon Cores Instant Demon Bolt. You got your Demonic Tyrant. You're going to play this as a 2-minute cooldown in raiding. So yeah, you got your Demonic Strength, just use this off cooldown every minute. Your Grimroth Felguard, save this for your Tyrant, which you've held for about an extra 30 seconds. And Immutable Hatred, because big single target cleave. And sacrifice souls for big Demon Bolt damage. So yeah, this is what you sort of play on more single target based fights. Like Laradar, for example. You just stand there and slap. Right. Now that that's done, let's have a little talk about gear. So, your most important stat is, of course, intellect. Yeah, insane. You want intellect, just have it. Crit, really good. Usually sims the highest for me when I go and do my sims. It's the reason I have almost 6,000 crit. I go and sim, and it's always saying, enchant your rings crit, make your gems crit, go for big crit. Well, I mean, at the moment, because I've got so much, it's now suggesting other stats. But yeah, crit is definitely your best stat. Then, yeah, definitely go for some versatility. And then a mix of mastery and haste. I probably need a lot more mastery and a bit less haste. But yeah, that's sort of what you want to go for. But with Demonology, the key thing is just keep simming yourself, because stats are really funny for us this season. There's no set break point. It's not like prior seasons where I could tell you, oh yeah, go haste and mastery, then crit and verse. Like, no. Like, yes, crit is phenomenal for us this season, but I can't just say, oh yeah, go crit and verse and mastery haste, because it keeps changing. Might also change based on the trinkets you run and just a load of variable factors. But speaking about trinkets, what trinkets do we want to run? So as you can see, I've got a scaff set up. I've still got last season's Call to Dominance. This could be replaced by a very strong Mirror of Fractured Tomorrows, the one from Dawn of the Infinites. But ideally you want to be running Nimuse, Unraveling Spindle, and you want to be running a Below Reloss, amazing trinkets. Now with Spindle, the way that this works is, I think in your main setup, once you've got Below Reloss, you'll be using this after you've pressed Demonic Strength in your Tyrant Go, which we'll talk about a bit later. But before you have Below Reloss, then press it before you start your ramp. Usually it's my first, like, after my precast Shadow Bolt, I'm using Nimuse. When I have Below Reloss, I'll be using Below Reloss first, and then Nimuse will come after the Demonic Strength. Next thing to talk about is embellishments. So, food embellishment, amazing. I'm also going to talk about enchants as well. Sophie Devotion, the weapon. Just go for it. Should probably repair. Avoidance on your braces. You really think Leech is going to be worth it in any scenario? And to be fair, you don't really need speed. You know, speed's nice, but yeah. So for ring enchants, that depends on your sims. Same with the gems you use. Like, technically, I should be swapping out my gem in that ring. But I don't want to shell out $1,000 for a gem because this expansion's prices are ridiculous, let's be honest. Shadow Flame embellishment, very good. Now, you would have seen in my Mythic Plus guide, I said double Shadow Flame or something like that. But it seems now that you want 1 Shadow Flame and Elemental Lariat. I will be making that amendment in the Mythic Plus guide comments, but get that Lariat. Lariat is actually good. Now, there are some top passers who just run double Shadow Flame for raids. It's also a very viable option, so don't be too dismissive of it. But Lariat is now better for keys, so there will be an amendment made for that guide. My apologies to anyone who may have crafted something else beforehand and had a bit of gimp progression. Then, yeah, legs, you want to enchant them with the Frozen Spell Thread. Waking stats on the chest, and as for tier, you want it on everything but legs. That's preferable. Watcher's Loom on the boots too, and yeah, that should be all the gearing stuff. Embellishments, gems, enchants, and talents. Which means there's only one thing left to cover, it's our raid rotation. So at 6 seconds on the cooldown timer, you want to be, well, between 6 and 3, ideally. When your imps hit 2, then you want to power siphon. You can hold it for when the fight starts, but it's really not ideal. The priority is getting the 2 demonic core charges. Then you want to precast Shadow Bolt at 2 seconds remaining. Then this is when I'd Trinket, Grimroth Elguard, Dreadstalkers, summon 10 imps, then summon the Tyrant and do colossal damage. It's always best to use your racial. So if you're a troll, it's Berserking. If you're an orc, it's Blood Fury. And I don't care about Alliance. Use your racial as you summon your Tyrant. Then it's use Demonic Strength after you summon the Tyrant. But because we're playing Tyrant as if it's a 2-minute cooldown, then just use Demonic Strength every 2 minutes. I also use my potion with my Tyrant. Not because my Tyrant actually does damage, but because it's at that point, all my demons are out, and I'm going to be doing the big demon bots to sacrifice souls. So, let's get into it. Let's just wait a second. There we go. Okay, 2 seconds on the timer. We're shadowboating, sending the pet in just a little bit before me. Now I can Nimue Spindle. Thanks to Soul Strike, I got full shards. Sending these guys. I probably should have shadowbolted there. Not going to activate the tier set yet. You can risk it by like throwing out a demon bolt for your first hog, just to get that cooldown reduction on your Doom brand. However, you know, you could overcap on the shards, so it's something to keep in consideration. And yeah, if you're curious about how the tier set works as well, then please go and watch my video I've done specially tailored for the tier set, which should tell you everything you need to know. And yeah, that pretty much is it for the Demonology guide. As you check the logs, your breakdown will say, oh, your Felguard did everything. As you check details, it will say your imps did everything. And then your Doom brand and your Doom Fiend proc will be quite high up there. Demon Bolt will do quite a bit, and your Tyrant will do absolutely nothing. He's literally just there to extend your demons and make them do more damage. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and I will be happy to see you in the next one. Any questions, please put them in the comments down below. If you have any feedback as well, you know where to send it. Yeah, also feel free to come join the Discord and the streams, where I will also be more than happy to answer any questions. Alright, cheers everyone, have a good day.